from. I try to give them proper respect, and I believe that if you give respect, then in many instances people will give you respect back. And so I hope that it's a reflection of the kind of job that I'm doing down there.
Now, what is your vision for these two courts, circuit court and district court? Would you like to see any changes, or what would you want to happen to feel that these courts are serving the public in the best possible way?
Well, I certainly, first of all, would like to see the courts remain intact in the community. I think that we have excellent judges down there that are serving on the benches. They work hard. They believe in serving the public. And so I'd like to see that continue. The overriding theme to me is service to the public. I believe that we are truly public servants, and we're there to serve, not to be served. And so my vision is a court that continues to serve the public, to reach out to the public, to deal with the issues that are involved in the public, such as the drug court we're trying to start, and we've got a drug court at the circuit level. We've got a baby court, we've got truancy court, we've got juvenile court, and so we have all of these different kinds of courts that are being put into place and that are operating, mental court, with the eye towards serving the public and trying to address the issues that we see that exist in the public. And so my vision is a court that continues to move along that line, to reach out and to serve the public.
And who are the judges that are on the bench with you at the circuit level?
At the circuit level, there's some. You have in the civil criminal division, you have Judge Fullerton, Judge Ewell, Judge Nethercutt, Judge Farah. Of course, myself. In the family division, you've got Judge Newblatt. You have Judge Thiele, Judge Beagle, Judge Godola, Judge Weiss. In the probate court, you have Judge Barkey, and I hope I haven't missed anyone, but those are the judges at the circuit court level. The district court, in the 68 District Court, you have Judge Marable, Judge Crawford, Judge Perry, and Judge Tracy Collier-Nix.
Now, is she the new judge that just came to 68th District Court?
Yes, she is.
Okay, wonderful. Once again, folks, you're hearing it from the chief. You're hearing it from the Honorable Judge Archie Hayman. He's basically trying to say to the public, when you come into the courtroom, make sure you're dressed appropriately, make sure your mannerism is court appropriate, and just make sure you have your dates together. I observed in a lot of courts during the cases, and I am just so disappointed that a lot of people miss their court dates. And then when they miss a court date, they expect for the system to just allow them to come in and be serviced at their convenience, and it does not work that way. So please make sure you have your court dates, make sure you know the time in which you're supposed to be there, and as you've heard your Honorable Chief Judge say of these two prestigious courts, make sure your attitude and your attire is most appropriate. Judge Hayman, is there anything else you would like to say to the constituents in the city of Flint?
Yes, I think piggybacking on what you just said, one of the things that concerns me is young people who have warrants that are outstanding, and they're afraid to come into the courts to address those. I want to say to them that it's better for you to come into the court instead of being arrested. Your chances of getting a bond and being released and being able to go back and then come into the courtroom on your own power is going to be substantially increased if you come into court and turn yourself in, as opposed to having the police to go out and find you. And so I would ask those young people and anyone who has warrants out there, instead of ignoring them and waiting to be arrested, come into court. The judges, quite frankly, in many instances, don't want to have to put you in jail over this. They'd rather see you work things out. And so I would suggest that you do so.
Okay, and Judge Hayman, what exactly is a warrant, and how are warrants obtained?
Warrants are obtained by a police officer going to a judge and requesting that a warrant be given to arrest a person because there is probable cause to believe that they may have committed an offense. It is a piece of paper that is signed by the judge that authorizes the police to arrest you for outstanding offenses that have not been resolved in court.
And when will warrants be issued? You were talking about just a moment ago that a lot of the young males are afraid to address the warrants. When are warrants issued?
Generally what happens if they are stopped for some offense and they're what we call PFI, that is that they're released pending further investigation because the police are still putting the case together. When the detectives or the police get the case put together, then they will go to a judge and seek a warrant to have that person person arrested. Now, the person knows they've been stopped by the police on the previous occasion, and so what they should do when they are stopped, they should stay in contact with the police or the detective involved to see what the status of the case is, and to inform the police that, hey, when you go and get this warrant from the judge, instead of coming and finding me to arrest me, give me a call and I will show up in court where you need me to be. Then that way they don't have to worry about being arrested in an inconvenient place at an inconvenient time. And so that's what I would suggest, and that's how it's worked.
So if and let me just ask you about this scenario. So let's say a gentleman receives a traffic ticket. He would have so many days to appeal the ticket and request a court date. If he doesn't come on that particular date, is a warrant then issued to arrest him?
Yes, a bench warrant could be issued by the court to have him arrested.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what is the approximate time that it takes to have such a document generated?
Well, it depends on the particular offense, but generally if you're arrested, I would say probably within about 6 weeks you should be checking with the court clerk's office, to find out what the status of that case is, whether or not it's been processed, and whether or not it's gone to warrant status. Generally you won't be notified if the police decides to go to a judge and seek a warrant, and so that's why it's important to stay on top of it, either by keeping in contact with the officer that's involved or the detective that has the case, or calling the court clerk's office to see if they have a record of the warrant. Sometimes the police will give you a ticket and they may not turn it in to the clerk's office right away. It may sometimes be 6 weeks to 2 months for that ticket to be turned in, and so that's why it's important for you to keep in contact with the clerk's office, find out if that ticket is there, so that you can go down and appear on it before it goes to warrant.
Right. Okay, viewers, so you've heard it from the Chief Judge, 7th Circuit and 68th District Court. And I just want to take a moment and an opportunity to once again thank the Honorable Judge Archie Hayman for allowing me this interview. And Judge Hayman, you know that I'm a member of Families of Murdered Children Support Group, and we had our 3rd annual Youth Day picnic on June 21st at Mott Park, and it was a huge success. We had over 1,000 people there. And I just want the community to know that Judge Hayman supported our picnic. He's very supportive of our organization, and I truly appreciate it. Why would such an organization prompt you to support it?
Well, first of all, just so you know, although my child was not murdered, I did lose a daughter at 17 years of age, so I know the pain that people go through when they lose a child. But also, I think it's important to support those of us who are losing children in a violent way. As you know, we have a high incidence of that in the city of Flint and across the nation, actually.
Yes.
And so it's important for us to embrace these people and support them. And this organization is one that focuses on that. And I think that it's imperative that we have an organization that focuses on this issue.
There you have it. You heard from your Chief Judge, Judge Archie Hayman, the Honorable Judge Archie Hayman, Chief Judge in both the 7th Circuit Court and 68th District Court. And on behalf of our founder and director, Ms. Wanda Pierce, Judge Hayman, I want to thank you personally for helping us to put on such a wonderful picnic. I would like to also inform the viewers that Common Ground comes on every Wednesday on Channel 17 at 6:30. I would like to thank the foundation of Angela and Paul Herring for allowing me this opportunity to do a series of summer interviews. I really appreciate the opportunity to do so. Make sure every Wednesday you tune in to Common Ground on Channel 17, 6:30. Is there anything else that you wanted to say briefly, Judge Hayman?
I would just say to the public, support the court system, support these organizations that are out trying to help people such as the families of murdered children, and let's try to make our community a better place to live in.
So there you have it. And I would like to just say to the viewers that if you're not volunteering, volunteerism is so important in our community and in our country. Find an organization that you believe in and that you can embrace their mission statement and give something back to the community. If you can do it for free, you should be able to maybe find a way to get paid for it. And when 2 or more people get together for the good of the community,
anybody out there? This isn't right. Somebody just tell me what I did, please. Can somebody just tell me? God, I should talk to somebody. Let me go.